feel like a real jerk when somebody counters you like that.
Great reversal. And there's the pin.
That was like 2.5, Cole. Hey, the ref's got a tough job. I mean, trying to keep these superstars on the up and up, that's hard.
Well, it's easier.
I've seen matches won and lost because of moves like this. It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, any time before these kind of combustible elements into a match, you guarantee he's going for the pin, Cole.
Wow, I thought he had the pin for sure.
I love hearing the crowd come alive, even when I don't exactly agree with what they're saying.
Me too, and I do agree with what they're saying, Taz. I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, this one is over.
That ain't necessarily the case, Cole. Just because it's called a finisher doesn't mean it always ends the match.
You sound like you're speaking from experience here, Taz.
Of course, there's a dude with guts. These top rope moves are risky.
He anticipated that move perfectly.
Man, this Rey Mysterio has got tons of flash, no doubt about it. An amazing athlete, Cole. A lot of people think he's real exciting to watch, and I agree with them. But he just doesn't have the pure size to get the job done sometimes.
I think you're selling Mysterio short, no pun intended. Mysterio's developed a very unique style that makes the most of his natural speed and agility.
Hey, Cole, you know the old expression, right? Speed kills. And in regards to Rey Mysterio, I think too much of a good thing. He might have a little too much speed at times. Man, if you end up winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling it. This is just dumb, Cole. You don't win a match by taunting your opponent to death.
I disagree, Taz. Getting the crowd on your side can be a huge psychological boost.
He dodged that bullet.
He's building up a head of steam.
Oh, man, here it comes, Cole. 619.
Watching these superstars go at it reminds me he could pin his opponent right here. Rey Mysterio is so exciting to watch in action. He's so fast, so agile, so talented. I really think he could be a serious contender for the WWE title.
You gotta be kidding me, Cole. I mean, yeah, Rey Mysterio is extremely fun to watch and all, but how is a guy his size gonna win a WWE title? Get real.
Come on, Taz. You of all people should know that size isn't everything. You're a former ECW champion, aren't you?
You damn skippy hippie. I sure am, but you know what? It's not a...
He's got his opponent on the ropes. There he goes.
Dropped it down. 619. Holy cow, Cole. Look at that. Talk about a crimson mask.
It's unfortunate, but you always run that risk in a match like this.
He could get the pin right here. 1, 2, 3. Nice quick counter.
Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
Oh, come on, Cole. You know, you should let me train you. You could be Cruiserweight champ in like a year.
Oh, no. I've heard stories about the way you train people. You make Marine drill instructors look like pushovers.
Duh. You're just training people to go to war. I train them to be WWE superstars.
Well, thanks but no thanks, partner. I think I'll stick to announcing for now.
And there's the counter, Cole. Hey, the ref's got a tough job. I mean, trying to keep these superstars on the up and up, that's hard.
Well, it's easier to get some superstars to play by the rules than others.
Hey, you know what, Cole? If you're going to get on your high horse again and give us another lecture about playing fair, I swear to God, I'm going to throw up.
Is it so wrong to ask a superstar to play by the rules, Taz? That doesn't seem to be so unreasonable to me.
That's because you never competed in a match, Cole. If you did, you know that you gotta do whatever it takes to win. And if that means bending the rules a bit, well then, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Whoa! I think these fans have got a little something they want to...
He's taking a little time to give his opponent a piece of his mind.
You sure you can spare it, Cole?
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle, Cole. An injured superstar's like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
And that also means that if you're not at 100%,
the tag's been made and his partner's coming in. This has been a great match so far, and I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, Cole. But if you're going to be snippy, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Wow, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago.
Man, I'll tell you what, man, this one's just turned into a fight. Pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it kind of took me by surprise, Cole. That don't happen too often.
That's an understatement. You've been in hundreds of matches in your career. We both called hundreds more. We usually have a pretty good idea of what to expect, but not this time.
I guess it just goes to show you, Cole, like they say, anything can happen here in the WWE. There's not a superstar in the locker room who can afford to ignore these fans, Cole.
What a reversal. I don't know if this is such a good move. This could be disastrous.
These WWE fans just can't get enough of these superstars.
And I'm glad to see it. A WWE match isn't just about competition, it's also about entertaining the fans.
Okay, well, if that's the case, how come they got you as an announcer? I mean, that ain't exactly great entertainment, in my opinion.
You might be right, Taz. I think it would be extremely entertaining to listen to you try to call a match all by yourself. Looks like the tag has been made.
When you see this level of competition, Cole, there is no doubt that SmackDown's just head and shoulders better than Raw.
I couldn't agree more, Taz. We've seen this before. He'll do whatever it takes to win and take every advantage he can.
Hey, it's not going to make you popular, but you got to do whatever it takes to win. Man, you talk about superstars and we ain't got an ounce of quit in them, huh? You're looking at them.
Why do they keep so many dangerous weapons under the ring? Those things can cause serious injuries.
Can you believe this match so far, Cole?
I really can't, Taz. This isn't anything like what I expected from these competitors.
Yeah, I gotta admit, they're surprising the hell out of me here, too.
And I think it's that unpredictability that makes these superstars so exciting to watch.
Man, this match is so good. It's even worth sitting next to you to watch it, Cole.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Taz. You know, you're not
This guy might not have enough to kick out. Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring,
I don't think that chair is going to be good for much after this match.
well, it's good for what you used it for, and that's all that really matters. Man, what a chair shot. Reminds me of the old ECW days.
If that's your idea of good old days, I'm glad I wasn't around for them.
Man, his opponent.
Oh my God, what a chair shot!
Yeah, and that don't tickle. Believe me, young lady. On the mat, shoulders down. This could be it.
Time for a beatdown, cowboy style.
I feel like a real jerk when somebody counters you like that. These superstars have been going hard all match. You know, you can show off for the crowd all you want, but all that does is let your opponent rest up.
Actually, Taz, I think it's a great display of confidence on the part of this great superstar.
Well, it looks like they're slowing the pace down a little bit here. That might not be such a good move, in my opinion.
Well, come on. You just can't keep going non-stop. That's a good way to wear yourself out and make a critical mistake.
No, but you can't give the opponent any time to recover, neither. You gotta stay on him and wear him down.
And what about picking your spot? If you try to execute a badly timed move just because you want to stay on offense, that can have a disastrous result.
I'll tell you what, man. Let me talk about what it's like to be in a match like this, and you can cover what it's like to whiten your teeth. Deal?
Nice reversal.
These superstars are on top of their game, but only one of them is going to have their hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
Well, what do you want, Cole? You want to say that everyone wins so nobody gets their feelings hurt?
I never said that. I'm just saying that in a great match like this, everyone involved deserves credit for it.
It's a reversal, Cole.
I think someone's been taking flying lessons, Taz. You saw that? Oh, no. The referee is down. What's going to happen now?
Anything and everything, Cole. No referees, no rules. I love hearing the crowd come alive, even when I don't exactly agree with what they're saying.
Me too. And I do agree with what they're saying, Taz. I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
You're not going to hear me say this much, Cole, but here's the pin!
executes their finishing move, this one is over.
That ain't necessarily the case, Cole. Just because it's called a finisher doesn't mean it always ends the match.
You sound like you're speaking from experience here, Taz.
Of course not. Whenever I locked into Taz's mission, that was it. End of story. It was over.
I think you're developing a selective memory in your old age, partner.
Whoa! Here goes the ref. Well, might as well chuck the rule book out the window now.
And that also means that there's no one to call a pinfall or submission.
You just don't see action like this every day, Cole.
You sure don't, Taz. And we've got the best seats in the house.
No doubt, front and center. We couldn't be any closer to this match without being in it.
Whoa, that's your territory, partner, not mine. I'm perfectly happy staying right where I am. I think we're hearing the First Amendment in action here tonight, Taz.
It's a great thing to hear, Cole. I'm all in favor of freedom of expression, whether I agree with what they're saying or not.
Watching Shelton Benjamin in action like this brings back fond memories of his tag team day.
He's going up, and what goes up must come down. This is one heck of a match so far.
It sure is, Taz. What do you think the highlight has been so far?
Well, that'll probably come a little bit later on in the match. When you decide to shut your yap for a few seconds, and I can enjoy it in peace.
Well, excuse me for doing my job. Sorry about the start.
He's 3 seconds away from a win.
Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
Oh, come on, Cole. You know, you should let me train you. You could be Cruiserweight champion. I don't think the fans like that one too much. I'm sure this breaks this guy's heart.
It should. These fans are the lifeblood of WWE, and he doesn't give a damn what they think.
These WWE fans just can't get enough of these superstars.
And I'm glad to see it. A WWE match isn't just about competition. It's also about entertaining the fans.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
I just think it's unfortunate whenever a superstar decides to cheat to win. Look out! The referee's been knocked out!
And this is where things start getting a little interesting, Cole. Me or not, Cole. I don't know if this is the way it is or what the story is, but I think Shelton Benjamin looks like someone's making it pretty clear that he's not feeling too threatened right about now.
Well, this is a good way to find yourself in a bad situation. He's wasting time instead of following up here.
Man, I almost feel bad for JR and King, Cole. When's the last time you think they saw a match this good?
I couldn't tell you, Taz. I don't know if they've ever had anything this good on Raw.
Me neither. Because I guess that just makes sense. I mean, after all, Smack... Oh, did you see that? He busted him wide open.
After that last shot, I'm not surprised. I hope the referee doesn't let this go on too much longer.
I don't care. Are you done, so what? This match is just starting to get good now. You end up winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling it for the next week.
A high-risk maneuver in the works from that top turnbuckle.
Man, I can't tell you how impressed I am with what I've seen here tonight so far.
How could you not be impressed, Taz? These are some of the greatest superstars in the world, doing what they do best.
Hey, slow down, girl pants. He's going for the pin, Cole. 1, 2...
An absolute in-ring phenom.
Already so much success and limitless expectations for the future.
And from Woodstock, Georgia, weighing in at 230 pounds, the NXT champion, Braun Breaker.
He has been absolutely dominant in NXT, beat every big name. Here comes Jey Uso.
A man who has grown immeasurably under the bloodline.
And representing the Bloodline, from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, main event, Jey Uso.
Main event. Here comes Jimmy Uso.
The glue that holds the bloodline together.
Representing the Bloodline, from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 251 pounds.
Nice reversal. Here it is, Taz. He's building up a head of steam, and he's about to let his opponent have it.
I'll tell you what, if his opponent's got a brain in his head, he'll get the heck out of it.
Oh, my God. I think the referee's out, Taz.
I'll tell you, they gotta start getting sturdy refs, Cole. This kind of thing seems to happen all the time. It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't.
That's the way to do it. Grab a weapon from under the ring and start swinging.
Oh, my God. Someone's got to stop this.
Don't start getting squeamish on me, Cole. Inflicting pain is the name of the game.
You saw that one coming.
Talk about being a little delusional.
The size difference between them is just too much.
These superstars are on top of their game, and only one of them is going to have their hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
Well, what do you want, Cole? You want to see that everyone wins so nobody gets their feelings hurt?
I never said that. I'm just saying that in a great match like this, everyone involved deserves credit for it.
This is one heck of a match so far.
It sure is, Taz. What do you think the highlight has been so far?
Well, that'll probably come a little bit later on in the match. You decide to shut your ear for a few seconds. I can enjoy it in peace.
You'll excuse me for doing my job, partner. Sorry to disturb you.
You just don't see action like this every day, Cole.
You sure don't, Taz. And we've got the best seats in the house.
No doubt, front and center. We couldn't be any closer to this match without being in it.
Whoa, that's your territory, partner, not mine. I'm perfectly happy staying right where I am.
There's not a superstar in the locker room who can afford to ignore these fans, Cole.
Right about that. Without the fans, we'd all be out of a job.
I feel like a real...
I don't know what's more uncomfortable, watching this or experiencing it.
I think maybe experiencing it? Come on, Cole, wake up. Oh, God. I think every guy watching this knows how painful this has got to be. Well, except you, Cole.
I know I do. And in times like these, I'm glad to stay on this side of the announce table. Despite the methods he uses to win matches, there's always a small minority of fans who get behind psychosis.
You sound surprised. What do you think? Everyone is hung up on that stuff as you are?
No, but I'd hope that they'd have a little bit more respect for sportsmanship.
His opponent better do something real quick, or else he's gonna win this thing right here. There's not an ounce of quitting either one of these.
Gut check time. Can he reach the title before his opponent stops him? Wow, look at him up there, trading shots back and forth.
Oh, man, these fans are fired up now.
They sure are, and you know that's going to have an effect on this match.
Man, I'll tell you what, man, this one's just turned into a fight. Pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this. The title is only inches away. Oh, man. What an impact.
Yeah, you can hear that one up in the cheap seats, Cole.
Here comes Jimmy Uso.
The glue that holds the bloodline together.
Representing the bloodline from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 251 pounds, Jimmy Uso.
Jimmy Uso lost over a year of his career due to injury, and when Uso returned, he returned to a vastly different landscape from